John Bollinger here with Premier Guitar. Today we're taking a look at the Vector by Subdecay. I'll tell you all about this very cool pedal after I tell you about how we're recording it. This is my Les Paul. This is a DiMarzio, and this is a third power pickup there. And I've got a B-bender in it. So it's kind of a jacked up Les Paul, but nonetheless Les Paul. Running that directly into the Vector with a Klotz cable, and that's run into a Fender Supersonic amp in the clean channel. We're powering the Vector with a Voodoo Labs pedal power, and we're micing it with a Royer R121 mic that's about a foot off the speaker, and that's running into an Apogee Quartet into Pro Tools. When I came in, this pedal actually has 11 different overdrives, which is a great way to go. It's a lot of, and these are not. They're not clones of different classic overdrives, but they are inspired by different overdrives. And they are, apparently it's an all analog circuitry. It's not a digital thing, so you're getting that kind of squishy, out of control goodness that analog gives you. Why don't I just spin a few of these knobs and you can see what it does. So here's our bass tone. Just a nice open chimey kind of thing. But when we engage this, we have all these different levels of different mayhem. The first two are basically influenced by a tube screamer, and they've got a little bit of variation. And the first one is kind of a more traditional tube screamer. Second one. I prefer that one. It's got a little more bottom end, a little bit less of that mid-range thing. Also, it's worth mentioning this can run on both 18 or 9 volts. I'm currently on a 9 volt DC, and I heard it on the 18. I didn't really hear any difference, but if you're like me on your power, when you run out of the 9 volt power and you've got those two 18s sitting there in your Voodoo Labs or whatever you're using, it's great to have that option just to make things work. Because the pedal board thing is always like a game of Tetris, trying to make everything fit on there. So great to have that option. Even if you don't hear it, it's nice to have. Also worth mentioning, these are made in Oregon, apparently handmade by some hippies out there, so love your work. Let's keep spinning through this and see where we get. The first two, as we said, are basically those green overdrives. Next, we have the crunch channel. Kind of a tighter bass response, they say. And right now, there's only volume, tone, and drive. Which really, that's all I really want in an overdrive. I know there are others that give you all these different options, but to me, that always makes it a little confusing for me. I'm a primitive caveman, and I kind of like easy decisions. And I've got these goosed up a bit. The gain and the volume are up a little bit, and it really comes alive with louder, almost always sounds better. But it seems like right around there is the sweet spot. Now there's plenty, it'll get plenty dirtier. In fact, just for shiz and giz, let me go ahead and turn up that gain a little bit more. Whoa, that is sweet, right? Bring it back down for a little something more tame. Love that tone. I mean, I haven't found a bad tone in this thing yet. Next we have Vintage, and I'm going to bring this up a little bit. Bring the gain up a little bit there. Now, I'm not sure why they call it vintage. It sounds very similar to the other ones, but no matter what you call it, that is a great overdrive. And I told you, kind of showed you a little bit what the gain does. Let me show you what the volume does. Okay, perhaps not surprisingly, the volume makes it louder. But again, right there seemed like the sweet spot, because I don't want an overdrive to be way louder than my other signal. It feels like at noon it's a little bit under where the original signal is. So a little goose feels good. You know, tone on most overdrives, I find they're a little high-endy, so I like to bring that tone down. But I think this thing straight up feels really, really natural. I mean, we can bring it down. Actually, I like that there. A little more point on it, like that. You know, really, I've yet to hear a crappy tone. I like them all. Okay, next we have Fuzz. Fuzz 1. Now that's one time I would like to bring in that tone control bit, bring it down a bit, and bring up our volume. Go to the next fuzz. To me, that fuzz doesn't sound super fuzzy. It sounds kind of fuzzy, but let's try this next fuzz. Okay, there's that high end that I don't particularly like. Let me roll that down a little bit. Now that is a true weirdo chainsaw type fuzz. Not my brand of vodka, but I'm sure some of you will like it, and it's great to have that option. Again, we've got 11 to choose from, so they're not all going to be your favorite. Let's try the next one, Meltdown. That sounds interesting. Ooh, I kind of like that. Let me get a little more gas. You know what I like about this pedal? It's like every knob you turn, it kind of inspires something different. I never know what the hell I'm going to play until I hear that first note, and then it's like, oh, let's try this. Okay, here's 1980. So I'm assuming this is kind of a, spandexy type tone. Let's hear it. That almost sounds like Waddy Wachtail. Just like the one-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. To me. Okay, I'm pro 1980. Let's time travel to 1990. I sound like a kid in Guitar Center on Saturday, just annoying people. So let's keep the annoying going, and I'll go to the next setting, which is Modern 1. Preamp Pro Modern 1. I like that too. Next and last but not least is Modern 2. Rich harmonics and tight focus in the lower mid-range. Let's see what that does. I can't choose. I like them all. There's literally not a bad tone in this thing. And they have a 3-year warranty, which is more than generous. If it's gonna break, I think pedals, if they're gonna break right away. And if they break after 3 years, well, at that point, that's just, we're all dust. It's all going that way anyway. So those are the basic details. To read the full written review, go to premierguitar.com. While you're online, make sure you like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have endless hours of guitar geekery awaiting for you there. Instagram, Twitter, all that social media crap. We're all over the place. This is John Bolger. Till next time. Let's just spin randomly, see where it goes. I don't even know where I'm going. I don't even know where I'm going.
Don't forget to sign up for PG Perks, your all-access pass to exclusive gear giveaways and discounts on PremierGuitar.com.